Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter Podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show and a very special edition of the Ringside Reporter Show. We are talking about the Wilder Fury 3 weigh-in, and we will have the results right here live. We're watching it. We're actually waiting for it to start right now. It's supposed to start at 5 o'clock. B, they're always late on this stuff, though.
Always running late, these guys.
I don't understand.
Always dragging ass. Boxing can never get things on time. Never get it right.
How is it that we can't get the weigh-in on time? I mean, it's not. I'm not asking you to work on a coal mine. All you got to do is step on a scale. That's it.
That's it.
You know. So, yeah, I don't get it either. I am Dwayne. Thank you so much for tuning in. Marco Hernandez, salute. JC, salute. Run, PMC, salute. And everybody out there, salute. So, Beeb, let's break these weigh-ins down here a little bit here. I think that, let me see if I got it. Let me see. I know I got it written down somewhere here. All right, so for the first fight, Fury weighed in at 265 or 256, Wilder at 212. But the second fight is kind of what I want to focus on here because that's the last one they did. Probably going to be more of the same here. Fury came in about 273. Now, remember, Fury's 6'9", so that sounds like a lot of weight, which it is. But he is 6'9", you know. So Fury weighed in about 273 in 273 for the second fight. Wilder weighed in at 231, one of his heaviest weights. He was very ineffective at that weight. Now, I'm really curious to see what Wilder weighs in here because Wilder looks bigger to me than he was in that second fight. Now, I know he's been lifting and everything like that. And, you know, so he may have gained weight. He may have stayed the same. He may have gone down. I don't know. But he does, to me, appear to be bigger. And we had talked about this yesterday. There was a picture of him in the dressing room. He was storming around and walking around in there, a lot of energy and stuff. And we both thought that he looked a little bloated in there.
Yeah, he looked bloated.
He was still, he's still defined, but his belly was just out. It wasn't like flat. It was just distended almost.
Yeah.
Can you shed any light what do you attribute that to? Is that just
sometimes your belly can be distended if you ate a big meal, but like did he eat right after the press conference? I don't know.
Did he pull an Andy Ruiz? I don't
think he ate anything. So to me, honestly, they're so hell bent on thinking bigger is better. It never was before. He said, I don't have to look the part to be the part. I don't have to be a bodybuilder. But now, like, there's just so much contradiction in that camp, and I know boxers contradict themselves a lot, but Wilder just does it so much, says one thing and does another. And, it's just crazy that they just changed their whole mentality going into this fight. And, you're hearing Malik Scott say that we got to work on skills and things that he did before that he got away from, which I don't know what they are. But he seems to see something that I don't. But whatever the case may be, it's just crazy how Malik Scott says one thing and Deontay Wilder says another. Like when Malik Scott's asked about the cheating allegations, he says, "Well, I don't know nothing about that." But Wilder seems to know everything about that. So he says,
right.
So, is Wilder going to be more technical? Can he be more technical? Is he going to be more patient? Because the whole thing is Wilder was talking a lot in the interview with Blue Blood Sports, shout out to Blue Blood Sports, saying how he's going to be more relaxed and more patient in the ring. But his whole mantra was being explosive, having the surprise element with that right hand, being aggressive. So like if he's going to reinvent himself to be less aggressive and be more cerebral and more methodical, that's playing right into Fury's hands, in my opinion, because I think that element of surprise is what made him special, what made him champion, the aggressiveness and just the pedal to the metal type style that he had. So we'll see what happens here. But I don't think bigger is going to be better for Wilder. I think he'll be more sluggish. He's a lean, thin guy, and he's been lean and thin his whole career. And he's getting older now, 36 years old. There's wear and tear on the joints. So carrying that extra weight around, I don't think is going to be beneficial. But for some reason, psychologically, they seem to think it's going to be beneficial. So we'll see.
212 to 220, 212 to 222. We'll just give him a 10-pound range there. To me, is his best weights. That's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
That's where he won most of his fights. 231, he was way too heavy. He was sluggish. And you know what's funny is that they want to blame everything on that suit and everything like that weighed him down. What about the extra weight you're carrying, son? And you're
what about having to carry?
Muscle.
What about having to carry Fury's extra weight when he was leaning on you for those 7 rounds as well?
Right. And you're going to have to carry muscle, and muscle takes more oxygen, and you get blown up real quick if you're not, it just carrying that much muscle is not good for cardio sports. This is a cardio sport. It really is.
And trying to do 1 rep maxes in a training camp where you could blow out your pec, have a pectoral tear. It's just not smart.
No.
Get injured doing that. So I don't know.
I think they try to go old school here. I don't know how effective that's going to be, though. Max Kellerman, I saw Max Kellerman on the ESPN feed earlier, and he says that everybody says that Wilder can't box. And then he brought up the first Stavern fight. That's great, but this isn't Stavern. I mean,
Stavern didn't. He really didn't do much. He threw like 300 punches that fight. Stavern is like 6'1". He's got a 76-inch reach. He's got very slow feet. So he was able to box from the outside because he didn't have an opponent that could close the distance and smother him in Stavern. Stavern is a fought at a very, very lethargic pace for that fight. He didn't throw any punches.
Yeah, he didn't. But I tell you what, I think you got to credit Wilder for that too. I mean, that jab, that power.
But
I think Wilder did a great job in that first Stavern fight.
Did a good job with the jab.
That being said, you're not dealing with Stavern now. You're dealing with a guy who's a master boxer in there. Kelly King had said, what about Sugar Hill? Let's talk. We've talked about Deontay's weight. Let's talk about Tyson Fury's weight. Now, Sugar Hill has said, that they talked about coming in 20 pounds heavier, and I've heard this going around. 20 pounds
heavier than what? 271?
271, yeah. 273 was his last.
But then
that puts him at 293, if that's the case.
Yeah. But then Fury was asked recently about that, and he said, well, because of COVID and everything, I couldn't eat what, I just couldn't get the food in me, whatever. So he's kind of backed off that in recent interviews. So we'll see what happens. All you have to do is look at him. Your eyes.
He didn't look 300 pounds.
Yeah, your eyes don't lie. He looked to me to be about 265.
Yeah, he didn't look. Like I said, man, he did not look 300 pounds. That's for sure. And that was at the press conference last night. And now he was on the football game last night. And they were doing I guess he was introducing both teams or whatever. And he was in his boxing trunks and everything, his gear. Now, I don't know when this was taken. I would imagine in the couple of weeks, you know what I mean? I don't know. But he looked really good. He looked like he was in shape on that football game, on that little teaser they did for that. He looked really good. I thought he looked good at the press conference yesterday. I thought if you saw pictures of him before and you see pictures of him now, he looks thin in the face. He looks in shape. I mean, he looks in shape. There was also, they had interviewed, interestingly enough, Jared Big Baby Anderson from Ohio, Toledo, in fact. I believe it's Toledo. But anyway, they interviewed Anderson because the rumor was prior to the COVID incident in July, that he was knocked out, that Tyson Fury was knocked out by Jared Anderson in sparring. Jared Anderson came out to refute both of that. He said Fury was never knocked down. He was never knocked out by him. So he's got nothing to say about that. Now, I don't know if he was or not. I don't know if he was or not. I heard that Jared Anderson was really giving him work. We both heard that. I think we both heard that from a few different places.
Mostly
Jared
heard
Anderson's
mostly heard it from Team Wilder though.
I heard it from everybody in Ohio, but
no one really objective that I heard it from.
Right. But again, man, again, do you take anything? I take everything with a grain of salt in sparring.
Well, remember last fight, they said that he injured his ankles in camp, and that was ended up being false too. He actually
tried to do that this one too. They said Michael Benson came out and said that he injured his ankle.
Yeah.
All right, so we are on with the weigh-in. The video just came on, so we'll see what's what here. So they got Jimmy Lennon out here introducing things, and it'll be another 20 minutes before they get on the scales here, because they got to come out and get undressed and get on the scale and everything. Beeb, do you think there'll be a face-off here?
No.
I think it'll be interesting. Why don't they? Tell me this, man, because this is the second time it's happened. Why don't they have security up on that stage?
Well, put like a barrier or have like fiberglass between them or something. Remember, Derek Chisora and David Hay had that when they weighed in.
Did Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis weigh in separate, or did they had the plexiglass also?
I don't even think they had like a ton of people. They had like a line of security in front of them.
Do you remember that in the ring when the security went in there and they were facing? That was the best theater ever. So Jared Anderson getting ready to weigh in, and
a lot of people are saying this guy's going to be the next young up and coming heavyweight champion.
I think he is. I think he is.
America.
Ohio's going to get another heavyweight champion, baby. Title town. And I saw Shannon Briggs on Ohio Runs Boxing. He made a comment about how many people came from Brownsville. Listen, Briggs, if you're listening, nobody cares. Ohio's where the champs are.
Ohio's got some champs. We can't lie about that. You got Aaron Pryor. You got Boom Boom Mancini. You got Boom Boom Mancini.
Yep.
You got who's the other guy? You got Kelly Pavlik.
That guy that lives in Vegas who claims he's from Cleveland, Sean Porter.
Yeah.
Anderson looks good, man. He looks really good.
He looks fit.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of, not ripped to the nines, but looks like a heavyweight, looks like a boxer. That's a guy like I would look at and say that he's got a lot of cardio. He's going to be able to go distance,
Sure.
Do you remember Bruce Seldon?
Yeah, 6'1",
that guy was like,
he was
packing it on like armor, man. I mean, he looked like a legit bodybuilder.
Yeah, he was built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
So they're going to be 3 weigh-ins prior to this main event weigh-in, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me I tell you what, let me bring up the card here.
Is Berlanga on the televised portion of this pay-per-view?
He should be.
Jared Anderson looks good. He looks in great shape.
Yeah. Get the schedule here.
It's a good undercard.
A great undercard. I mean, the entire undercard is great. I mean, I hope we're able to find it somewhere. And maybe it's on ESPN pay-per-view or whatever. And maybe I think they should show the undercard. If it's on ESPN Plus, they should show the undercard. They always seem to. Jared Anderson versus Vladimir Tereshkin. Let's see here. Next one coming up is Konoski. Robert Helenius versus Adam Konoski. That's an interesting fight too. That, you watching that. Konoski, I think I'm picking Konoski to win this fight.
Oh, Konoski looks a lot lighter. Let's see what happens when he takes his shirt off. But, oh my God.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like he's about 225. Jesus.
Yeah.
See what he weighs in at. Helenius looks great too. Let's see when they take their shirts off. Sound like a bunch of females right now. Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
How's it? Two tough guys just watching people take their clothes off and weigh in.
Oh my God, what's going on here?
Watching dudes take their clothes off and weighing in, you know?
Oh shit.
D-Style in the chat. Hey.
What's happening?
Nacho in the chat. Salute. It's on FS1 and ESPN2, Nacho says.
258. Wow. Doesn't look 258.
No.
What do you think? Repeat or revenge here? You think Helenius is going to do it again?
No, I don't. I think Konoski's going to get him.
Think Konoski's going to win the rematch?
I do. Helenius looks good. He looks in shape too.
Yeah, he looks good. Some fucking scary tattoos that dude got on him. Fucking jailhouse tats that this guy's got on him. I want to meet this dude in an alley.
He was the barn boss in his section in prison, you know.
He's a straight. Looks like the fucking chief of the Aryan Brotherhood there with those tats.
Jesus.
Mother of God.
The AB on his arm, you know.
Wow.
Jesus.
I think Helenius is going to beat him.
A big Viking looking guy, man.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Nordic King Helenius. Yeah.
I wonder if Bob Arum's going to go off at this press conference.
Raphael Dawkins, stop it. What's the matter with you? How dare you? Disrespect. It's terrible.
You're looking at his chest for? Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Making me nervous, Ralph. looking at dudes' chests. This like Jogba Sanchez fight is going to be a real cracker.
How crazy is that one?
I like a Jogba here, but a lot of people are picking Sanchez.
Sanchez is the favorite. Sanchez is favored by like 180, I think, minus 180.
Is he? Slight favorite?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Jimmy Lennon Jr. No disrespect to Michael Buffer, but I like Jimmy Lennon. I like Jimmy Lennon Jr.'s voice. I
like all of them, man. I like both Buffers. I like Jimmy Lennon.
What about Ray Flores? You like Ray Flores? He's not bad.
So Sanchez coming in here. I don't like him. You know what? I like him. You know, I like him in the booth. I don't like him as a ring announcer.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like him as a ring announcer.
Jogba's tall, huh?
Yeah. Got a Seahawks jersey on.
Wow, Sanchez looks fit too. Wow. He looks ready.
Wow. Where's Sanchez from? Is he from Cuba?
He's Cuban, yeah, but I think Reynoso trains him.
Okay.
He's a Reynoso fighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He sparred with Canelo.
Jesus.
Oh, these guys are all fucking big. Remember back in the 70s, 80s?
Yeah.
These guys,
you remember Larry Holmes?
Yeah.
He never looked like
these guys. Well, look at Jogba. Jogba is shredded, man. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this dude. Wow, he looks fucking. He's ready.
Jesus.
230, I bet you.
Yeah.
Oh, 237. Beeb's off 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow, he looks good.
Yeah, he's a big guy, man.
He's fucking intimidating.
There's not an ounce of fat on that guy. Jeez.
He's intimidating, man.
Yeah. So he said, Michael O'Brien says, Fury really got a Jogba looking like Wilder for sparring, the hair and everything.
Yeah, I want you to get.
How many times do you think he called him a big dosser, you know?
I want you to yell out bomb squad in the middle of the ring and everything. Do the whole stick.
Yeah, right?
Kate Abdo.
Can't stand Kate Abdo.
You don't like her?
No. She's another one that just gets on my nerves.
Yeah. I think she goes out with Ak from Ak and Barak.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
She's kind of pretty, though. I think she's cute.
I'll pass.
I'd take her out. I like that voice a little bit. It's a little sexy.
I let her wash my car. I'm not
Whoa!
a bad guy.
Please.
And now they're going to take some kind of commercial break and be right back here, it looks like. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean.
They really drag this out, huh?
They really do. They really. And wait till they're like the main event. And then they just like, they'll really like drag it out.
I like Ajagba. I think Ajagba's going to win.
So let me ask you a question on the main event. When they get together, do you think he pulls an Antonio Tarver? Do you think that Tyson Fury
A lot of people have been asking me that. Yeah,
pulls an Antonio Tarver and says, hey, you got any excuses tonight? Oh, would that be great or what? That'd be so great.
It's so funny because before the first fight, he was like yapping when Jack Reese was giving the instructions. And he goes, be quiet. Stop talking. Reminded me like when Ali would be like in the center of the ring before fights. And the referee be telling him to be quiet.
Notorious as Robbie calling in to spoil something.
Robbie's blocked right now. We got Robbie. We got Robbie blocked.
We got him on lockdown right now.
I told Mrs. Herrick, don't let him out of the room tonight.
Just keep him busy, okay? We just told him to keep him busy. Yeah, keep him busy.
Give him a couple of jigsaw puzzles and lock the door. That was awesome.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Hope Nacho's awake, man.
This will take me all night, Mom.
Wonder if Nacho's dozing off watching this. You know how he gets.
Nacho,
he gets
fell
very
asleep.
He gets very lethargic sometimes. Big notch.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so now they just got a delay. What's the delay here? This is where MMA, UFC in particular kills boxing.
So we need an intermission right now?
Right.
I just don't get it, bro.
I don't either.
So what's the fucking deal with this?
Makes no sense.
Michael Bryan said the same thing. He goes, "Is it me or has Wilder been looking heavy in the stomach region recently?" Yeah, we just said that in the beginning.
That. Yeah, we were just talking about that, man.
We just said that in the beginning of the broadcast. He's gonna look sluggish, man.
If he comes in heavier than 230, I think he's gonna be. It's gonna be a repeat.
I don't want him to be heavier than 223. I'm guessing he's going to be 220. You know what? I changed my mind. First, I said he was going to come in at 228. Mm-hmm. I bet you he comes in at 235. Fury comes in at 265.
Wilder looks, I wouldn't put 240 out of the realm of possibility either. He did look big. And I mean, he didn't look fat. He looked a little bloated. But up top, his upper body and stuff, like his arms and stuff, look noticeably bigger.
Yeah.
You know. Leighton Evelyn said Wilder's on his period. That's why his stomach is heavy. That's a possibility. HLD says 235 to 245. That's what he's predicting Wilder to come in at. What about Fury? Where you think 265? I would say it wouldn't surprise me if he was at 270, 275. Because he's a big guy. You got to he's 6'9". Taller guys are going to be naturally heavy anyway.
Ralph is saying Fury is going to come in at 270 again. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
think so.
Did you see Tank, your boy Tank, signed to fight with Rolly Romero?
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, I don't hate that fight.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
It's on pay-per-view. Do you like that?
I don't like that. And I also don't like the fact that it's on a Sunday. On a Sunday. Why are they putting these fights on a Sunday?
I don't know.
That's just dumb, man.
I don't see it.
I don't either.
I don't understand. I don't understand the strategy with this shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now I'm wondering if they're putting this delay here because they want to have a face-off, but they're trying to make sure they have security. Because a lot of people complained that they didn't have a face-off last time at the press conference. So maybe they're going to have security.
HLD says both camps were just cursing each other out in the hallway. Where did you see that at HLD?
Maybe if you look on BT Sport, maybe BT Sport showing something different.
I don't know.
HLD, are you watching the Top Rank one or the BT Sport one?
Leighton Evelyn said that they said on BT Sports there's going to be no face off. I think that's probably wise.
Oh, HLD
why just not? I mean, if you want to do a face off, but get people in there. You know what I mean? Get some security up there.
Some security in there. That's all.
What is? I mean, seriously,
not a big deal.
Yeah, I agree. It's lame. I agree, man. But get some security. Why is it you guys can't figure this out? You know what I mean? I don't understand that.
BT has talking heads.
Who's okay? So Jared Anderson. So then the Fury and so that weigh-in should be next then. That's why there's no more undercards. Yeah, so there's no more undercards. I wonder if they're there. I wonder if they're like waiting for him to get there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're in Las Vegas. I mean, you got to think that they told him to be there in early. So
get the chicken wire fence face off.
What? Get the chicken wire
Leighton
face
Evelyn
off. That's
says,
right. Yeah, exactly. Just like in the movies, when they had the band playing at one of those old bars or whatever, and they had chicken wire in front because they've been throwing stuff at them.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this is nuts, man. So they're just waiting now, and it's crazy.
See, David Hay is wrong because he thinks he's saying Wilder had a bad right arm in the second fight. No, he got surgery on the left arm. I don't.
And did he, that's the other thing you'll never know. My guess is that he tore it during the fight. Because they wouldn't have let him go in there. They wouldn't have let him go in there with a torn bicep.
Well, here's the thing. Remember I said that my friend pointed out that his left arm was swollen at the weigh-in. Yeah. So it could have been injured and he could have just exacerbated it during the fight. It could have been, it could have been torn. You know what I mean? They're not. It's like that. If you don't report that you have an injury, they're not going to give you an MRI. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Wouldn't it be great if Wilder came out with the exact same suit on?
You didn't see he's coming out with a very similar suit. They were showing him on YouTube with that very similar suit, but it had like lights coming out of it. He looked like Sauron.
Is that what it was? I saw that, but I didn't know if it was real or what.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was real or what, man. So
if I was a boxer of that level, you know what I would come out in? Tony Stark Iron Man suit.
You're a moron, son.
And I come out to Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Iron Man.
I think Mike Tyson had it. Mike Tyson had it the best, man. He just come out there with a towel. He's ready to go. No nonsense, no showbiz, no nothing. I'm coming in there to do work. That was it. Came out there with a towel, and that was it, boy. He's ready to go.
So what's your prediction? Decision or knockout? Well, you have to wait for the weigh-in, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to see the weigh-in first, man. But I'll tell you what, as far as betting on this fight, no matter which way you lean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I would stay away from it. I really would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even.
I would bet that the knockout proposition. Oh, here it is.
Oh, they're back on.
I love these ring card girls, man.
Yeah, I don't mind them. Here we go. Now they're going to do the video packages. Man. Jesus.
Here we go.
Outlaw says that Tank versus Raleigh is embarrassing to boxing. I don't think so. Listen, man, Raleigh called him out, and Raleigh is the only one willing to sign the contract. Yeah, that was weird. Like, did you hear like Wilder at the presser and stuff like that saying he didn't knock me out? There's no way he can knock me out. Bro, you were just knocked out.
I mean, you said you had a dent in your head. So how did he not hurt you? Which one is it?
Like he did. He knocked you out. That's a knockout. You lost. I don't understand.
I don't get it. Imagine interviewing Deontay Wilder. Like I mean, I'd be afraid to ask him questions. I would. I mean,
he was so cool when we had him on. He was so cool when we had him on. But he just knew.
Did Robbie ask him questions?
No, I don't know. I don't let him ask him questions.
Was he on? Was Robbie on when he was on?
No.
Who was on when you interviewed him?
Me.
Just you by yourself?
Yeah, because I didn't know. No.
What year did you interview him?
It was right after his Severn win, right when he became the champion.
Oh, really? He was cool?
Yeah. He was awesome. He was so awesome, man. Super nice guy. He did the bomb squad and everything, man. He's super nice guy. All right, here we go. Jimmy Lennon announcing they're going to bring him out here in just a second, so they're going to bring both fighters out.
There's a lot of people there, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was close to the public, though.
Yeah,
I thought the weigh-in was going to be close to the public. So I wonder if that's just press. Because it's only like when you notice it, there was only it's not, I mean, it's crowded there. It looks crowded, but there's nobody in the stands.
See, Eric, there's a lot of security there. You see how many security people there are there?
Okay.
So they may do a face-off.
Uh-oh. Wilder coming out. There's Shelly Finkel. Wilder's big entourage coming out here.
I kind of like the Wilder gear. You like the Wilder gear?
Love the Wilder gear. How can you not, man?
I wouldn't mind wearing that.
I'd wear it.
I like that emblem.
I'd wear it even if you lost again. Dosser. the chat, I tell you what, the chat on like the Top Rank chat is just brutal, man. Anytime you got something like this, I mean, it's just brutal.
Look at Fury with the cowboy hat on.
What's he got on?
He's fucking awesome.
A moron.
He looks like that character from Mortal Kombat with that hat.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
See, Fury, I mean, Wilder looks very bloated, man. Look at his stomach.
I'm a tad bit behind. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he looks bloated, Eric, doesn't he?
Yeah. Looks like he needs a laxative or something, man. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, he's bloated.
Oh, they got the Lomachenko thing up. Remember how they got the poles there or whatever with the separators? Deontay Wilder going to the scale.
238. That's bad news. That's horrible. He looks bloated. That don't look, that's bad news. That's bad news.
That ain't good, man. No, I don't like that at all.
That's bad news.
Ooh, I don't like that at all, man. That's not good.
That's bad news. He's getting stopped.
Oh. So Fury trying to be the Undertaker.
Let's see if he takes his shirt off or he does it like Andy Ruiz style.
He does Andy Ruiz style.
Doing Andy Ruiz style.
You know, when he came in there with all his clothes on, he had a jacket and everything on. He didn't want to take his coat off. Yeah, he's weighing in, not taking his shirt off, so we can't really see his body here. He's flipping off Wilder.
277.
Ooh, 277.
But that's
all
fully
right. So
clothed.
that's 4 pounds heavier than he was.
But that's fully clothed too, with sneakers on.
I don't mind it. He had his shirt off yesterday. He looked all right. So
yeah, I'm gonna say he's about the same as he was for the first fight, about 273.
Yeah. I would say he's got about 4. You got to think about shoes and everything like that. Both of them jawing at each other big time. Fury looks irritated, man.
Fury's gonna kill him.
Wow.
He was stripped down when he got on the scale too, Wilder, and he still weighed 238. I don't like it.
Interviewing Wilder now. 200.
I taste sexy as well. Jesus Christ. He tries to copy Fury so much.
Is there something on his right eye?
Oh, that's bad news.
It almost looks like a mouse or something, doesn't it? Look at Wilder's right eye.
Yeah, it's a mouse.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
And it might just be a bad angle on the camera.
You hear what he just said? I'm not going to allow him to lay on me and put his weight on me. See, I already said you cannot. If he's thinking he's going to get in a wrestling match with this guy, he's going to get one out.
No,
because you got to carry his weight plus your extra weight. No, it's fucking horrible strategy.
The best thing to do is just go with the weight. You know what I mean? As far as like if he leans on you, lean with him, lean back with him.
Mouse under his eye.
I can't tell again, man. I can't tell if it's just a bad camera angle or that's a mouse.
I don't know what that is. His eyes look all puffy too. He don't look good.
He's been crying.
He looks like he really force fed himself to get up to this weight. I don't like how he looks. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't like how he looks either. He's too heavy, and you know what? He's gonna have to carry that weight. You know what I mean? That's the worst part. When you're not used to carrying that weight. You know what I mean?
He don't look good.
And he just did the bomb squad. Very good, man. Love it.
Fury had his shoes on plus his clothes.
That's about 4 pounds because he's got sweats on and a t-shirt.
I'm gonna say 5.
He said, total obliteration of a dosser. He's asking him what kind of changes for Deontay. What did he say?
It was one shithouse training another shithouse.
He's such a douche. And now he's yelling at Deontay Wilder, calling him a dosser, and that he's going to eliminate him. What?
Oh, he looks awesome. He's fired up. I love it.
He does. That's like the Undertaker WWE had, isn't it?
It is.
He said it looks like he's gonna look like he got run over by an 18-wheeler. Wow. Fury does look ready. I got to be honest, man. He does look ready. He's very confident.
Wilder's in trouble. Too much changes. I don't like the 238 at all.
Now, are they going to face off? Nope, they're not going to face off.
Now, the interesting thing now is we have to see tomorrow morning if the line moved at all based off of the weigh-in.
What is the line now?
Let's look the line up right now. Let's use the Beeb projection site. Fury Wilder 3 odds.
Let's see, let me go to Odd Shark here because they'll give us a rundown here.
I think Fury is probably like 273-ish, 27. You know, I don't think that he made sure he got on there fully clothed. All right, so Fury is a minus 285, and Wilder is a plus 225.
Plus 235 and 225 I got here. At Bovada, he's at 225. Most of them, he's at about 225. My bookie AG, though, has got him at 205.
Wow.
That's interesting. Yeah, so 285. So minus 285 plus 225. somewhere in there. Intertop's got him at minus 300.
Yeah, so the odds are all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. If you're gonna bet, I would bet on Fury, and I would probably take the knockout, but I wouldn't put a bunch of money on it. I don't even know about, maybe put 1 unit on it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough.
Centurion Son said, are you picking Wilder last minute? I don't know, man. I don't like, I tell you what, man, I did not like the way he weighed in. I don't like
loaded, Eric.
Listen, here's the deal too, Beep. Think about this for a minute, okay? You were gassed in that second fight. Completely gassed. And it's one of the heaviest you've weighed in your career. Okay, so when you go up in weight, a lot of people don't take into consideration when you go up in weight, you have to carry that weight now. So your cardio isn't what it was. And I don't care what you're doing in camp. Your cardio, you're going up. Look, literally, I mean, you haven't fought in 2 years and you're going to come in at your highest weight.
People don't realize
that ain't good, man.
Fury's been as high as 280 in his career, so it's not nothing. It was never
277 for me. 277. I mean, he's 4 pounds heavier than he was last time. Versus, what is it, 256 to 273 from 1 to 2. I don't think that weight hurts him as much as it hurts Wilder.
No.
I mean, that's a lot of weight for Wilder to carry around.
And he looks solid for him, Fury does.
Yeah. And I tell you the other thing too, man, is that weight is not going to translate into power. Because you had Dynamite at 212. You have Dynamite at 220.
You're going to lose your even Tim Bradley said that
you're going to lose your speed.
Tim Bradley said if he comes in heavy, he's going to lose his snap. The snap to his punches.
Yeah. And that's why it's important to me. Like I said, I would have loved to see him leaned up, because he's got power. He's got the power. You can knock this guy out at 212 pounds. You put this guy on the floor. You know what I mean? So at 212 pounds, why would you change it? He did the best when he was at 212. That was the best fight. The first fight was the best fight he had. And I thought he lost every round except the 9 and 12. I thought he lost the rounds. But again, he was competitive. He was in there. He was fighting. In that second fight, it was not competitive at all. He just got steamrolled. And if they're doing this so he doesn't get steamrolled, that's not, because then he's got a box. And then he's got to take it the full way. You know what I mean? It's just not, I don't know. Kelly King says, do you guys agree with Fury putting on weight? I don't mind it as much.
I think he was the same weight as he was last fight because he stepped on the scale fully clothed with shoes on. So last time he didn't. I think Fury's about the same. He had a hat on. He was fully clothed. He had about 5 pounds of clothes on. Wilder was stripped down. So
I don't know what he did in the second fight, if he stripped down or whatever. I don't remember it. Yeah. So, but I mean, he had shoes on and clothes on, and he did that for a reason. Fury does everything for a reason.
He wanted to come in heavier on the scale than he did last time. But if you're really astute, you would probably figure out that he's about the same weight as he was last time.
Kelly King said Fury is the heaviest of his career. I don't believe that's accurate.
That's not true.
I don't believe that's accurate.
Again, you guys got to do research. I'll show you. He was as high as 280 before. I'll pull up his box rec.
He was at 276 for Fury, so that's 1 pound under where he was.
He was 270 when he fought John McDermott.
Yeah, this is the heaviest he's been. 277 by 1 pound. Yeah. This is the heaviest he's been by 1 pound.
I still think he had 5 pounds of clothes on, or at least 4 pounds of clothes on. I honestly believe he was the same as he was for last fight. That's just my opinion.
I don't mind it. I don't, again, because he weighed in with clothes on, Andy Ruiz style. He didn't take his shirt off or whatever. I don't look. He had a shirt off yesterday. He had a shirt off at the
Here's
game.
here's the
whatever,
difference.
You know,
Here's the difference between
Kelly King says both guys put on weight. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Here's the difference between Fury putting on weight and Wilder putting on weight. Number one, Fury has the frame to carry the weight. Number two, Fury's carried 276 before. He's carried 270 before. So Wilder's, for the first fight, think about this. What was he, 212 for the first fight? Okay.
Yeah.
Look at so Wilder's got a very thin frame. Okay. So think about this. Wilder's put on 26 pounds in a year and a half. Or 2 years. But basically, in about 2 years, Wilder's put on 26 pounds. What did Fury put on? 3 or 4? 3 or 4 in a so think about that.
Yeah.
Think about a guy with a lean frame who's been lean all his career, right?
I would imagine his entire life. He's never bulked up. I mean, you've never seen him at 238.
No.
You know.
He was 231 for the last fight, and he looked very sluggish at 231.
Let me see what is his heaviest? This has got to be his heaviest, no?
It's his heaviest. He's going to gas. And here's the problem. If Fury leans on him, he needs to slide back and let Fury fall forward. He needs to step back and slide. Look what Usyk did. When Joshua tied him up, he slid back and stepped around him. He didn't try to fight him, wrestle with him back.
Yeah.
If Wilder's plan is, I'm going to be 240 so I can push this guy back, it's not going to work. Because guess what? He still outweighs you by 30 pounds. You're still at it.
Getting into a wrestling match is not wise.
You can't get into a bigger is better type mentality, thinking you're going to push this guy back and wrestle with this guy. You're not going to be able to. Wilder's never been that guy. Fury has been that guy his whole career. He's mauled and manhandled guys. Look, go back and watch the Klitschko fight. He was throwing Klitschko around like a rag doll in that fight.
Yeah. Have you and you've wrestled before? You've done some grappling, whether it's just playing around or whatever.
Wrestler, but yeah, I've done it before.
You've done some kind of grappling or whatever.
Sure.
You know that when you're wrestling, it's a different animal. You're using your muscles. You're using all your muscles. There's really no rest time in there. You know it's difficult. It doesn't translate. You know what I mean? That sport doesn't translate to ours. In the sense that, like, just because you're in wrestling shape doesn't mean you're in boxing shape and vice versa. Those two things don't translate. So when you do it in the ring, when you're not used to it, he's not used to wrestling like that.
He's
having
not a
weight
wrestler.
on him. You're not a wrestler.
He's not a wrestler. He's a knockout artist. Fury is a mauler.
Yeah.
Fury is a mauler. He's a gritty, rough and tumble guy when he wants to be. All right.
You know, listen, man, and I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'm not in anybody's corner. I've never cornered anybody like this. You know, I would have, you know, me being a Monday morning quarterback, I would have loved to seen them focus on speed, because where there's speed, there's power. You're going to be able to knock this guy out. You've already proven that you've got the power. I would have liked to seen him come in between 212 and 220, somewhere in that range. Get leaned up. You're quick. You can move, and then we work on his footwork.
His legs ain't going to be right, you know. And then Malik Scott wants to talk about, oh, look, that pad work wasn't choreographed. Yes, it was. You kept sliding back, and you gave him space to throw his right hand. You're supposed to smother him and teach him to slide back and step off to the side to create space and the punching angle, right? He needs to simulate how the fight was in 2020, February of 2020. Someone needs to simulate that fight to him. He needs guys that are going to lean on him and push him.
This is going to be rough, I think, because when you have a guy like this, that where he's coming in again at his heaviest weight, it's difficult to do, man. Trust me, it's difficult to do.
Let's see what the Twitterverse says. I'm curious.
Yeah. But it's going to be, I think he's going to have a hard night. Unless his plan is to go all out, like Mike Tyson said, for 3 or 4 rounds. And then if you can't get him, then you just couldn't get him, and that's going to be a wrap. I don't know. I'm more curious. I tell you what, I was more curious about the mouse underneath his eye. And again, I don't know if that was just a bad camera angle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Another quote from Wilder: he has to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. That's what gets you in trouble, my man.
He's been saying it all along.
Yeah, and it gets him in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing this as a benefit. I have a hard time seeing a different outcome. I just don't see it. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 50 people watching, 27 likes. Come on.
Come on, guys.
Jesus.
Come on, hit the likes, man.
Christ. We went live almost every day this week. What are you doing to me?
You know, and right. Not only that is like, you know, we don't ask you for money. We don't ask you for anything. Just, I mean, come on. Just the bare minimum. Just try.
How hard is it to just click that like button on the way in?
I guess it's a skill like anything else, you know.
How hard is it to share the video? Watch, I'm going to do it right now. It takes 2 seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. I lied. It took me 6 seconds.
Yeah, being 4 pounds heavier, I don't hate that, but that 238 bothers me. And the way that he looked bothered me too. Like I said, he looked bloated. And again, I don't know what that's indicative of. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, they were MTK Global just posted a video from what HLD was saying. They're yelling at each other in the hallway before the weigh-in. Yeah.
That'll be on YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah, it's out there. It's on Twitter now. So if you go to MTK Global, maybe that's why he was wearing the Undertaker just posted something.
Oh, did he?
Let me see.
WWE loves him.
Undertaker just posted a video, just did a video for Tyson Fury. Or he did the rest of it. I bet that's why he came out with that hat on. Because it did look like one of the guys in the chat mentioned it. Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I thought Wilder should have came in a lot smaller. But again,
that's the Undertaker hat. That is the Undertaker hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's so great. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at the video now.
I don't give a fuck. I love Fury. I'm not even gonna hide it anymore. I'm not even gonna fucking hide it anymore. I'm gonna be objective when I score this fight tomorrow. Yeah, but I'm biased. I'm biased as fuck.
Yeah, you like Fury.
I like Fury.
Fury's your guy, man.
Fury's my guy.
You ride with Fury. I do like them both. I don't like the excuses that Wilder gave after he lost.
I still like Wilder. I don't dislike Wilder. Don't get me wrong, but I love Fury.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about Wilder. I'm not mad at Wilder. I'm disappointed in Wilder.
Yeah.
I have the utmost respect for Wilder. I say this, and it means a lot to me by saying this, because when he was 20 years old and he had that his daughter who had the medical problems, right? 20-year-old kid working 3 jobs just to make sure she was taken care of. How many guys that age panic and they run out and they leave, right?
Yeah.
But he stood by, his family and did what he had to do.
You know, it's funny. Before we even started doing the podcast, I met Deontay Wilder when he was here in Cincinnati. He was on the undercard of one of Adrian Bronner's fights. and he was the nicest guy. I remember getting a chance to meet him. I talked to his manager or whatever and asked him if I could meet him or whatever. And I shook his hand. The one thing I remember is shaking his hand. His hands are huge. He's like a bear paw, man. I mean, he just like just engulfs your hand, man. But he was a super nice guy. He was there with his daughter. I mean, he was just a super nice guy, man. Great guy. Centurion's son asked a question. He says, Eric, he has to do something different to win. Why not try with the added weight? Speaking of Wilder.
Because the added weight didn't work last time.
You're right. Well, that's the other thing too. The added weight didn't work. And you pack on weight, you know, if you pack on that weight, it's not good for, remember, this is a cardio sport. It's a cardio. You're going 12 rounds, man. You have to plan to go 12 rounds.
You're not stronger just because you're heavier.
No.
When I'm 200 pounds, right? And then I put on like 8 pounds and I'm 208, I gain no strength. None. Now I start losing strength when I go below 195. That's when I start noticing it.
Yeah. Yeah. But at 212, he's not going to be stronger at 230, 238 than he is at 212.
Listen,
punching power wise.
Either way, he's 238, right? That's roughly 240 pounds. He's going to be in there with a guy who's 270, right? He's still giving up 30 pounds. You can't think you're going to push this guy off you. It's just not going to happen.
Listen, if you're trying not to get walked through like last time, walked down, adding weight is not the way to do it. Footwork is the way to do it. Footwork is the way to do it. Okay.
There you go.
So what you need to do is you need to drop weight, son. All right. That's where, like I said, you need to drop weight. Adding weight's not going to help you because it's not going to help your footwork at all. You're going to be stronger weight-wise, but that's not going to help you. Listen, man, you know what? It was funny, man. My cousin, my brother-in-law was asking me, you know, the Game of Thrones, the guy, the mountain or whatever from the Game of Thrones, he's like boxing now or something like that. And he's real big muscled up guy. You've seen him. I mean, it's big muscled up guy.
Yeah.
I would not be scared at all to take a punch from that guy. Not even a little bit. Because when you're muscle bound, it's hard to throw shots. You know what I mean? You see these guys. I mean, it's hard for them to throw shots.
Let me ask you a question. You take a power lifter, right? Or take a guy like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Right.
Right. And you take a guy like Muhammad Ali. They were around at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, what did he weigh in his prime? About 215. Arnold Schwarzenegger weighed about 240. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger could bench a lot more than Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali probably couldn't even bench his weight, right?
Sure.
So technically, you would say Arnold Schwarzenegger is a stronger guy
Absolutely.
than Muhammad Ali. But Muhammad Ali would kick the shit out of him.
Right.
So strength is measured in different ways. Power is measured in different ways. Speed is power. And power, you know, speed is power. Explosiveness is power. When you start packing on weight and you become sluggish and you lose your explosiveness, right? Mm-hmm. Then that's going to take away from your power. He is not going to be stronger than Tyson Fury. He's just not.
Callie King, thank you so much. He says, we talk like Wilder already lost. I'll address that in just a second. But you know what, B? Let me tell you this. Okay, so you remember when Wide World of Sports, easy for me to say, was on. And they used to have those things where they get all different athletes from all different kinds of sports and they just do this like obstacle course or something like that. It was like one of those things where they did like almost like a decathlon, just like a fun type of thing with people from different areas. Well, anyway, I remember there was like these decathletes in it, and Evander Holyfield happened to be in it, and they were doing a bench press. And as big as Holyfield is, you're like, he's going to walk this. He wasn't in the top 5. All the other athletes who were a lot smaller were able to bench a lot more. And Holyfield is built like an Adonis. He's built better than any of them. You know what I mean? Power is different. Just because you're adding on weight doesn't necessarily mean you're adding on power. Now, to address Callie King here, he says, you guys talk like Wilder already lost.
No,
I'm very concerned.
The strategy. We don't like the strategy.
Concerned.
We don't like the strategy. I can't lie to you.
I don't know what his fighting strategy is going to be tomorrow. But I can take a guess from what I see today.
He just said
he's going to try to go power for power.
He just said that this guy's not going to push me around. He's not going to be able to lay on me anymore. Come tomorrow. He just said that.
He should have went to Teddy Atlas versus Charles Atlas. All right, because he put on a lot of muscle, and he should have learned how to box. He should have learned how to use his feet. Your feet are gonna win you that fight tomorrow. And I don't see where putting extra weight on is going to help you.
Callie, you even said before when we had phone conversations that he can't get into a wrestling match with Fury. You even said that. You're not concerned that he's 238 right now? You're not concerned with the strategy right now? That doesn't bother you? I mean, I know you want him to win. That's fine. You're rooting for him, but it would bother me if I was it bothers me because I think it hurts his best chances to win.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm coming
from. I don't like the strategy.
Yeah, it does. It hurts his, you want to give yourself the best opportunity to win.
Yeah.
Why did nobody, I don't understand, Beeb, maybe you can answer this. I don't know. Why is it that nobody from his camp said that he came in at 212 and he did decent in that first fight? Okay. He did better in the first fight. I think everybody would agree he did better on the first fight than the second fight. Okay. That's number one. But number two, he came in at 231 in the second fight and just got steamrolled. Why would you give him extra weight? Okay?
He was tired and sluggish in the second fight because he had to carry Fury did not gain weight.
And I don't think he did.
He didn't gain weight. He got on the scale.
You saw what he was wearing fully clothed.
He had 4 pounds of clothes on.
That wasn't Andy Ruiz getting on the scale 50 pounds heavier than he was.
He was probably the same weight. This was another mind game. He had a hat and he had shoes and he had his pants and shirt on.
Right.
He had 4 pounds of clothes on, at least, maybe 5.
George Foster brings up a really good point. He says Fury is a masterclass, outboxed Wilder for 2 rounds, make him swing, make it miss, and then jump on him when he's tired in round 3 or 4. With this weight that he's carrying, you know this as well as I do. When he was in that first Stavern fight, he went to 12 rounds. He looked like he could have won another 12. He did not get tired. All right. And it's, he still carries his power and stuff like that later in the rounds, but he was a lot lighter then. This really does concern. This weight is really concerning.
Fury probably did have some stuff in his pockets because he lost weight because he had to deal with the stress of his daughter being sick. He had COVID. He wasn't eating like he normally did. He's probably lighter. He's probably about 265-ish maybe. Well,
the other thing too, you got to think about this too, is how much of a toll did the COVID take on him? How much of a toll did this camp take on him? He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Fair questions.
But that was all in July. And he's got a 7-week, what did he say? 7-week camps is what he does. So, I don't know.
But here's the thing with Fury. Once the bell rings and he's in that ring, he just rises to the occasion. He just does.
He looked good. I mean, he looked good. Bottom line is he looked good.
And here's the thing. At 256, he still was able to hurt Wilder. He still boxed his socks off, in my opinion. I had him clearly winning the first fight. I've seen him outbox people, and I've seen him outfight people. I've seen him out maul people. I've seen him counterpunch. I've seen him fight the whole fight southpaw once. I've seen him do so many things, and I've seen him weigh in anywhere from 250 to 273-ish, 276-ish. I've seen him at 250 from 276, and each time I've seen him and at those weights, he's performed well. He's shown that he can carry the weight. Wilder, the heavier he gets, the worse he looks to me.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
I'm just being honest.
In all of his fights that he
this. Did we not say this last week? If Wilder was above 225-ish, we would be concerned. Did we not say that?
And
we both said it.
238. That's a lot of weight for him to carry around.
And what did we both say today? Wilder's stomach looked bloated, looked distended.
I was shocked. Yeah. And what is that a case of? That's a case of force feeding. He's eating too much calories. He's eating too much food. A lot
He's
of times,
eating too
like
much food.
you'll see stuff like that when they rehydrate. You know, sometimes you'll see that when he rehydrates, or when fighters rehydrate, they'll have like a belly on them, and they'll have like a little bit of a jiggle on them after the weigh-in. But yeah, Scant Rant says that stomach didn't look right.
It was bloated. That is
Yeah.
not good to see it to see someone's stomach distended like that.
Right. Centurion Sun said, aren't you guys supposed to root for the American guy? No, we're not supposed to root for anybody. We're supposed to be completely objective, man. Completely objective.
I mean,
that's what we're supposed to be. Alexander has been talking about what we were talking about all day too. That would be hilarious if Fury pulls a Tarver. I hope he does. I think he might. I really do. I think he might. It'll be interesting, man. It'll be real interesting. Yeah, I just I don't like that weight, man. I do not like that 238 at all. That is too heavy, way too heavy for him. And if he wanted to, my thing, what I would have done if I was Shelly Finkel and I was on his inner circle, I would have told Wilder, if he wants to fight this way, where he doesn't get pushed around or whatever, I would bring in like a guy like Robert Garcia, who can show you how to fight like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Callie King says, you guys don't think Wilder stands any chance. It doesn't matter what we think. If you think, there's many times Eric has told me, like when I said Teofimo Lopez was going to win, he kept saying, no way, no way, no way. I mean, if you believe something, don't let what I say. I know you respect my opinion so much because I'm a genius, but if you really believe something, don't listen to what I'm saying.
What, Callie King? I mean, no, I believe no, I'm telling you practical wise, does he stand a chance? Absolutely.
Everyone stands a chance.
My God. I mean, this guy can knock you out with either hand. Yeah, he stands a chance. But does he give himself the best chance to win? That's kind of what we're getting at when we talk about this.
My problem with Wilder is he's just too stubborn. Fury is not. Fury's not stubborn. I watched Fury, and I watched when what was that guy's name? That's Ben Davidson. I watched when Ben Davidson in that first fight was giving him instructions. He was looking right at him intently, and he was absorbing it. I watched when Sugar Hill was giving him instructions. He listened, right? He used to listen to his uncle. I see Wilder. He just does what he wants to do. As soon as Wilder gets hit, the adrenaline kicks in, and then he just tries to go right back at guys and becomes reckless. That is not going to change in one camp. It's just not.
Well, interestingly enough, that's what Malik Scott said he was going to work on with him, is trying to be more patient when he gets somebody hurt.
Wilder has to force himself to do things. Fury does them instinctively. That's going to be the problem. If Wilder's going to be trying to focus on adapting to these new training methods in the ring, and they don't come natural to him, then it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for him tomorrow night. I'm just being honest. I'm just not happy with the 238, man.
Well, Alex T says he weighed in at 228 for Spilka. You guys are going nuts for going on it. That's 10 pounds. Number one, that's 10 pounds lighter than he is for this fight.
And did he look good against Spilka?
He was losing the fight against Spilka.
Did he look good against Spilka either?
Spilka was beating him in that fight until he got caught in the ninth. He was losing that fight, and he was losing
the fight.
Right. He was losing that fight, my man. Robert Brown says Fury's in big trouble. Hey, man, I tell you what, from everything that, like I said, man, if I had to pick a winner right now, or if you ask me for a prediction, I always wait till after the weigh-in, typically to give you guys a prediction. I got to go with Fury on this one. I'm
going to be honest with
you. There's just too much unknown with Wilder and his weight and his strategy coming in.
I'm giving Fury an 85% chance of victory.
Yeah.
I'm giving Deontay Wilder a 15% chance of victory.
Yeah, I would say that's about
right. That's
80,
my
20,
my pick.
I think so. Yeah.
That's my pick.
85-15, 80-20. Yeah, I would say so. But does Wilder have a chance? Of course he's got a chance. Anybody that straps him up's got a chance, man. Anybody carries a right hand like a cannon, man, he got a chance. And he's got a chance for sure. No question about it, man. But I don't know. Kung Fu Jitsu says, what was Konoski's weight? It was like 256 or 255, somewhere in there. He looked good. He looked good.
All the glove gate, all the fake COVID speculation, all this shit means nothing. The fight's tomorrow.
You got 24 hours
fight's
now,
tomorrow.
buddy.
All that's
out the window.
All that's out the window. It's in the past. Want to keep bringing up fucking Mark Breland's water spiking? That doesn't matter. They're fighting tomorrow. They're fighting tomorrow.
Wayne McCleary with this one right here. That extra muscle is unnatural. I agree with that. His frame can't carry the weight efficiently. That's what we've been saying.
You want to bring up when I was in 4th grade and I went to friggin' Medimart and stole a Snickers? Is that we still going to talk about shit like that from the past?
You're a thief, Beeb. You're a thief. All right.
For sakes.
Why is Teofimo Lopez at the fight? Well, because
he wants to go. What does he have to ask? What's he have to ask you for permission to go to the fucking fight?
He's a top-ranked guy. Top Rank typically will bring in. You'll probably see a lot of top-ranked guys there tomorrow. You'll see a lot of PBC guys there tomorrow. So yeah, I'm real curious. There seemed to be a lot of seats left for it, but I don't know. Let me see if I can bring it up.
LeBron and Wilder are about the same height. LeBron James 250, 250, 260, no gut. Some guys can carry. Yeah, because look at LeBron James's frame.
Yeah, but LeBron's not boxing.
Look at LeBron James's frame and look at Deontay Wilder's frame. Look at LeBron James's legs and look at Deontay Wilder's legs. Again. Me and Bernard Hopkins are the same height. I weigh 205. He probably weighs about 180. His fucking shoulders are this big. Mine are this big. It's a frame.
Yeah, and that's
me and Caleb Plant are the same height. I wear a large shirt. He probably wears a medium. I wear a 48 freaking jacket. He probably wears a 42. It's all about bone structure. Why is the Beeb always having to give these people friggin' sports science classes every time I'm on this fucking show?
Can't really tell, but there does seem to be a lot of open seats here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't really tell like how many, you know what I mean? I'm on StubHub now. Let's see here. Let me go to SeatGeek because I think they. Oh, wait a minute here. Let me see if Ticketmaster's got it. Or Access. Yeah, trying to find the tickets here to see if. Let's see. It used to be one stop where you go to Ticketmaster and that's it. Callie King, thank you so much. We appreciate it. He said, if there's any justice, Wilder will win. Once said by the great ringside reporter, Eric. I agree. If there's any justice, I agree. If there's any justice, that guy, Brian Laundrie would have been caught by now.
Listen, Fury's no angel. But guess what? I'm still Team Fury. I don't give a fuck. I'm riding with Fury.
Stop it.
I don't care.
God darn it.
I don't care, man. We're loading the gloves up. We're loading the gloves up right now as we speak.
What's the matter with you?
Egg weights are already in there right now.
Oh, stop.
I'm just kidding. No egg weights.
Yeah, there's still quite a few seats left, man. There's still quite a few seats. I mean, it'll be a good house, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that it's going to be a sellout, put it that way. Everybody, let's see here. I know everybody's got to wear masks there, but
they have to wear masks.
Yeah.
Are you
Following
sure?
CDC guidance and requirements set forth by the state of Nevada, masks are required for all guests and employees inside all public spaces, regardless.
That's horrible.
Yeah. I tell you what, we went to.
I'm not going now.
We went to the when the NCAA was having their Final Four and stuff like that, and those tournament games or whatever. We went to one of those. And of course, they made you wear the mask and everything there. And it was just, I don't know. I hate wearing the mask in there. I mean, I wore it, but Wayne McClary says, justice for what? So I said that if there was any justice, Wilder would win this fight because of all the stuff that went on with the Fury thing, with the Fury AJ thing, how they dragged that along for about a year and dragged it with no end.
That left a bad taste in Eric's mouth. I didn't care about it.
It really did. It
I didn't care
really
about it.
did.
I already
And
knew
I
the
say,
truth.
you know, I tell you what, if for him jerking him around like that, just jerking everybody's time,
He was just trolling people. He was trolling people.
it was ridiculous.
You hated that, though. I have to respect you for that. You
hate,
didn't like it. If you don't like it, you
hate
don't like
that.
it. I can't tell you what to like. I didn't even care.
No, I hate that kind of stuff, man.
Because you really didn't want this third fight. I didn't mind this third fight. I'll be honest with you. I did not.
I did not want this third fight because why? We've seen it twice. We've seen the same outcome twice.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, what do we need?
Are you excited about Joshua Usyk too?
We've already seen it, but I will say this: I don't mind it as much as I mind this one because this is
you
number
saw
one.
this
This
one
is
twice. You only
I
saw
this one
once.
twice, but Joshua's shown us with the rematch with Ruiz that he's able to just scrap everything in his style.
He's not as stubborn as Wilder. He's not as stubborn as Wilder. Okay.
He will rebuild. And could he make it a better fight? He will make it a better fight. Will he win? I don't know.
Yeah. And let's not forget, he went on a little bit of run. He went on a little run from rounds 5 through 8. I had him winning 5, 6, and 8.
Yeah.
So he won 3 of the 4 middle rounds.
He's not, I mean, again, man, Usyk is not unbeatable.
No.
Usyk's not unbeatable. Not at that size.
No.
Centurion Sun said Bo Holyfield were great fights, all 3. I agree with that. Callie King said this is a good card for boxing. Kung Fu Jitsu, best card of the year. I agree. Annalise Jarmillo says that Joshua is overrated. I don't think that at all. I don't know how you can call him overrated. He's got the best resume in the heavyweight division, bar none. He's got a better, now I guess now heavyweight wise, he's got a better resume than Usyk, but Usyk's got the cruise, but heavyweight wise, you look at his resume and he matches up against that. He's taken everybody. He's fought everybody.
Yeah.
And when you fight all these guys
I have to be honest. I didn't think Usyk was going to do that well.
I thought the size would bother him, but
I was pleasantly surprised by that, by the way that fight played out and the outcome of that fight. I was very entertained I thought it was a very good fight.
What won the fight for him? The footwork.
Footwork.
In my opinion, it was the footwork they
without
wanted.
Without question.
Good footwork. That's a staple. You have to know how you throw your punches properly, and you have to know how to get balance and move your feet. No question. Wayne McCleary says the thing is AJ can absolutely win the rematch. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that too.
Yeah.
How is Wilder bad for boxing?
I don't think he's bad for boxing.
I don't think he's bad for boxing.
That's pretty harsh to say.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad for boxing. He's good for boxing. I really do. But if he think if Fury loses tomorrow night, he hangs it up. And I think if Wilder loses tomorrow night, I think maybe we see him. I think we see him again. But you know what I did not like is the talk of retirement from Wilder. Did you hear this? So last couple of days, he's been talking about, I could walk away from boxing and not be, and I know I've only got a few fights left. When you're talking about retirement, you're already out the door. You have a foot out the door. That's not good, So not good, man. So if I'm my official pick for tomorrow, I believe Tyson Fury will win. How he wins, I couldn't tell you. I don't know whether it's decision or knockout. That I couldn't tell you. But my prediction:
take Fury by knockout.
I'll take Fury by decision. Then I think Fury wins an easy decision.
I'm going to say Fury by 7th round KO.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Same as the first fight. Same as the second fight.
Yeah. But Wilder's got that, he's got that eraser. He's got that eraser. So, hey, anything can happen. But I do anticipate Wilder being much slower than he was in the first 2 fights. I really do. Because all that weight, fatigue's going to set in. Yeah, not good, man. Yeah. Not good.
I just hope everyone can get along after this fight. that we don't have this divide again on that we have on YouTube. Yesterday I had 2 Wilder supporters on the round table. We came together, we got along, got a little hostile between one of the one of the hosts and one of the Wilder supporters. Beeb had to, he had to come in and he had to break it up a little bit. I took control. I took control, man.
Like a good referee.
So if someone wants to ride with Wilder, they can ride with Wilder. If someone wants to ride with Fury, they can ride with Fury. I don't think it has to get personal, man. Really doesn't.
No.
I'm not really giving Wilder that much of a chance. I'm gonna be honest. I'm giving him a 15% chance.
I will tell you this, though. I will tell you this. For as much as I didn't want to see this fight,
you're excited.
I have been dialed in all week, watching the videos and watching the weigh-ins. I told you you would be. Yeah, I was completely dialed in this week. So hopefully, and the card I think helps out a lot because that card,
it's good pay-per-view.
Awesome.
It's a very good pay-per-view.
Great pay-per-view. The best pay-per-view we've had all year. Best pay-per-view we've had all year.
No, there's a couple people. My friend that I hang around with in Boston, he's picking Wilder. There was 2 people on our panel yesterday that want Wilder to win.
Teddy Atlas picked Wilder.
Teddy Atlas picked Wilder, so he's not going to win after that. Teddy Atlas picked him the first 2. Teddy Atlas is the worst at picking fights. He's bragging because he picked Usyk. Okay, even a broken clock is right once a day.
Yeah,
that guy's the worst at picking fights.
Yeah, I do give Wilder, like I said, man, I give him a chance. I give him a slight chance to win. But I think if all is the same, I think when you put it down on paper, you got to kind of lean toward Fury.
Scant Rants is, what are you talking about, Kelly King? Scant Rants wants Wilder to win. There's a couple people in the chat that want Wilder to win.
Kelly King says Fury's got a gut too. Yeah, but Wilder's not known for having a gut. That's my point.
Fury's a fat fuck. It doesn't matter.
He admits it too,
That's why I'm saying it. He said I could say it, so I'm saying it.
Oh, he said you could say it, huh?
Yeah, he said I could say it. Funniest thing that Fury did when he was before the Klitschko rematch during the press conference, he took his shirt off and he goes, look at this. Does this look like an athlete?
In what world am I considered an athlete?
In what world am I considered that? Like,
oh my gosh, insane. Well, I will definitely look forward to the fight tomorrow. Yeah, I got a feeling, man. Like I said, man, I favor Fury, but I'll be honest, I won't be shocked if he lands that right hand. I really won't be shocked. He's found 44 times or 40 some times he's found it.
He couldn't have landed it any better than he did in the first fight, and he got up. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then he landed it in the second round of the second fight, and Fury just rolled it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he just got his number.
Some people got it, and I've always said this. About big hitters. Sooner or later, you can't rely on that power because somebody's going to be able to take the power.
Look at Tyson. As he got older, what happened?
Yeah.
He stopped knocking guys out.
Right.
Guys stopped being afraid of him. All the judges are American, yeah. I'm surprised Fury doesn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's the referee for tomorrow?
Russell Mora. Did you hear what happened? They got rid of Patricia Morse-Jarman.
Good.
And they put Steve Weisfeld in. And then they took this Mike Ortega and they replaced him with Russell Mora. Now a lot of people are complaining that Russell Mora shouldn't be. Russell Mora refed Pacquiao Ugas. He refed Lomachenko Lopez, Valdez Burchelt. He's
fine. Yeah,
he's fine. He had that. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that Abner Mares Joseph Becco fight. Mm-hmm. Where Abner Mares was landing like 50 low blows against Joseph Becco and Russell Mora didn't take any points away. And then in the 11th round, Abner Mares hit him square in the nuts and Joseph Becco went down on all fours. And then Russell Mora gave him a count. That happened back in 2011, about 10 years ago. And he was suspended from that. But people are bringing that up now. Why weren't they bringing that up when Pacquiao fought Ugas and Lomachenko fought Lopez and Burchelt fought Valdez? Why weren't they bringing it up then? So I don't know. Yeah, everyone just loves to complain and just it's all about controversy. It's like I don't know. It's crazy.
Dwayne, I am Dwayne, says that since Wilder is heavy, he's taking the 7.5 under. He thinks he'll gas out faster. Yeah, I don't hate that either.
He's gonna gas.
Yeah.
This whole thing. So much for the patience and the skill. Now he's trying to tell you that he's going to get into a fucking mauling wrestling match with Fury. He's not going to win that. He's not going to win that.
Yeah, that's not a good move, man. That's not you never want to match strength for strength with somebody. You know, you don't want to match fire with fire. You just don't.
He is not used to carrying that weight.
Yeah. D. Brown said Tyson loses, most likely will be snorting rails on the crazy train.
Oh, God.
That's great.
That's crazy.
Land of the Kingdom says Wilder gasses after 3 rounds. Oh, man.
I wouldn't pick Ben Askren over anybody.
No.
I don't think he can beat anybody. I would take the girl at the drive-thru at Burger King over Ben Askren right now.
What about the one at McDonald's?
Even fight.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. The one at Burger King, much better.
But Ben Askren was a world-class athlete, man. I respect him. I respect anyone that gets in there. I can't criticize anyone that gets in there.
Kung Fu Jitsu says Wilder coming in heavy tells us that he means to set himself instead of backing up. He won't move as much. Do you think that Tyson, at that point, then he's going to have to? I mean,
so if he doesn't move and he just stands there and lets Fury lay on him,
that's not a good strategy.
That's not a good thing either. That's worse. I don't understand why you guys don't get this. I mean,
Bang Mateo says, Eric, please ask Beeb if he wants to up the ante. I don't know what that means, but
I don't even know who Bang Mateo is. Is that?
I don't know.
I bet some goofball on Twitter $100. He's giving me even money on Fury. Of course, I'm going to take it.
Well, make sure he pays you. Not like Cali King. You know how Cali King is.
He pays. Come on. This kid bet me
like $100 for 2 months.
This kid bet me Canelo was going to beat Floyd, and I picked Floyd, and he fucking stiffed me.
Of course, he stiffed you. It's on Twitter. What do you expect? Nobody's honoring those bets on Twitter, son.
Beeb Industries hiring after Saturday. You got to call out. You got to fill out an application. Lois, give me the application packet, please.
So what are you and Lois doing tonight? Did you blow her up or what?
Enough with Lois. Don't start with the derogatory remarks about Lois.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
Lois, because she's already reported you to Human Resources twice.
You know. All right. So I got a couple of demerits. What do you want me to do? I got written up a couple times. Is what it is.
It's the worst thing when you go into Human Resources and you got to they drop that paper there. Okay, we're going to write you up, son.
Drop the paper. That's right.
You can choose to sign it or not sign it.
I sign it. I always go in there with an ad. I ain't signing.
I ain't signing shit.
He's back in. I ain't signing nothing, son.
I ain't signing shit.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, man. Thanks for coming out, and thank you guys. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already, and make sure to catch us on Sunday. Where we'll
I'm gonna go. I think I may go live tomorrow night.
You're gonna go live, all right?
If I'm not tired,
all right. Yes, we may go live tomorrow night, so check it out. And if not, catch us definitely on Sunday at 6 p.m. and we'll break down everything, all the action, and we'll have people calling in and all that other good stuff, man. So, hey, listen, whoever you want to win, man, I just hope it's a good fight, and I hope your guy wins, man. So there you go.
I think this event will do 500,000 pay-per-view buys tomorrow.
I think it does 300.
Okay.
300. Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. We will catch you soon.
Take it easy.